Alright, welcome back everyone. Final Fantasy 3. On the last part, we ended up going to the Village of Ancients and got ourselves some pretty good gear. We ended up getting ourselves the Toad Spell, which is in the cave west of the castle. You need this to progress with the story, so make sure to go ahead and grab this. I also went back and, let's see, ended up buying the level 3 spells, since we now have a bit more gil after exploring the castle. Which is pretty nice. Got ourselves that second mage robe, so everybody's fully equipped. I will get a flame mail for Arc in this upcoming dungeon. So yeah, we're pretty much good. This dungeon is fairly long, but I will be editing out some of the battles in there. And I will definitely be getting this guy's job level up pretty quickly in there. After this dungeon is where you pretty much want this guy's job level to be like 30. Around 30, 32 is where you can start stealing some pretty good stuff. Those elemental items. So yeah, fairly long dungeon, and it's north of this castle here. That is such an awesome ship music. Yeah, back attack. Now, funny enough, I've been getting a lot of back attacks off screen, so I guess this is probably my first back attack on screen. I think I've already got one of these, but these enemies are not a threat. First thing I like to do is fix my formations. That's an extra turn to your job levels. Alright, now that we're back to normal, I'm at the point now where I can one-shot these, so I usually just let Arc handle these. These enemies are all weak to lightning on the water, so pretty good grounding spot. In fact, I'm not sure, but I think you can steal Antarctic winds from these guys. Or maybe it's just the mermaids that you find north of here. Nice. Got a job level for Lunif, so he'll be hitting that much harder. Rafia gained a level. Unfortunately, with that back attack that was off screen, that set Rafia as my lowest level character, which honestly you want her to be the highest level character. Or whoever you have your white mage as. So yeah, coming up north here, there's like this sort of peninsula, and this is our next destination. You want to get in the habit of saving your game anytime you leave the world map, because this is actually the only spot you can save your game. There's no save points inside of a dungeon, so it's a bit archaic, but definitely want to save your game outside of a dungeon. Every dungeon you do in this game will have to be done in one shot. Yeah, let's see what this dungeon brings for us. Again, make sure you have the Toad spell and the necessary spell charges. You want at least 2 because you don't necessarily have to be a toad in this dungeon, it's just so that you can enter it. Then you can go ahead and take it off. And look at that, some new enemies. They look like little devil imps. They shouldn't be much of a threat. Got that awesome killer bow, and we got Desh helping us, so probably end up finishing this in 1 round. Cool, nice damage. Luna didn't even get a turn. Nice, more experience. So yeah, you want to make your way up here. Have a little cutscene. Time to take a dip. I'd rather not. Unless we were toads or something. I hate toads, don't turn me into one. Well, unfortunately, we don't have a choice. Although toads can be a bit slimy. Let's see. So turn everyone into a toad. If you get into a fight while you're a toad, you can just run away. But yeah, as soon as you do that, you can go ahead and take this off. Because I'd rather not. You can actually fight in this dungeon, which is pretty nice. I welcome you to the Tower of Owen and your doom. I actually have a map open here on the side, so you're gonna be picking up all the chests. Although unfortunately I couldn't find a map of the this version, but I think this is somewhat faithful to the original, as in the Famicom release. If not, I remember where pretty much most of these dungeons are, so go and save some of those arrows. And that's the one thing you have to worry about, but we're pretty well equipped so it doesn't do too much damage. Now if they do that, then that's trouble. And wow, look at that damage from Lunif. He should be able to just handle him himself. Go with a cure spell going, and a tip that I like to do is try to have more than one person heal because you never know who's gonna go first. So hopefully I can get this heal in. Perfect, before he goes. Now if he does a blizzard spell, I might... we should be good. Awesome, I stole before Lunif went. Okay, very good. I thought he was gonna do that on just a single person. Awesome. Oh, I just can't wait. This game is just, it's slowly, it's like a slow burn. It starts to get a lot more enjoyable, trust me. Your job levels start to actually get pretty proficient and start being pretty strong. Gonna start using potions to heal now. Unless I need a heal in battle. I did in between battles ended up buying some more items, so I usually like having 10 of everything. Maiden's Kiss and Malice I could just use magic, so I'm not really that concerned with. You essentially want these for this dungeon, because they love to turn you into... They love to inflict silence on you. Alright, so... There's a chest in here. Got ourselves Echo Herbs, nice. Look at that, seems like the encounter rate has gone back a bit normal. Don't believe there's any chests in this room. Yep, no chests. Wow, I just went through that whole screen without an encounter. Yeah, and periodically throughout this dungeon you're gonna get these little messages. Alright, whatever that was. Let's see. Got ourselves a chest here. Awesome. I completely forgot about that. I do remember there being like a weapon for a monk, but I forgot about this additional spark dagger. So Arc will be just that much better. Look at that. Awesome. I think at this point he has the highest... Yeah, he has the highest job level. A lot of that is because I'm ensuring that he finishes his turns over anybody else. His is priority. Let's see, get an advance. Do you guys have anything interesting to steal? Guess you can attack. Yeah, still stealing potions. And there goes the silence. Don't we just hate status effects in Final Fantasy games? This one isn't as annoying and it's on a melee attacker, so it's not as bad. But man, status effects like confusion, oof. I'd say confusion, petrification, any sort of effect that kind of slows you down or stops you is pretty annoying. Well, I still think confusion is the worst of the bunch. But don't worry, there is a ribbon in this game, fortunately. In fact, you can get multiple ribbons in this game. Fortunately, you can't get them to the final dungeon. There is one you can get in like the Land of Eureka, but that's still towards the end of the game. So let's go ahead and yeah, I said I was gonna heal with items off screen. Let's see. Or not off screen, but just outside of battle. I like saving some of my magic. And as you can see, we actually have a few level 3 spell charges, which is nice. Rafia can do Kira twice, and Ingus has Thundara, Blizzara, and Fyra, which I can cast twice. Yeah, we came through the middle, so let's go up here. You will never find your way through this place. Is that so? Maybe if it was my first time playing, but just click on this. If you zoom in, you'll see a sparkle there. We're still missing some pretty good equipment. I got the map open, so I know where it's at, but let's see. You want to go down here, and before going in here, let's open this up. Got ourselves an Echo Herbs. It does seem like some of the items are different. This guide says a maiden's kiss, but I got an echo herb, which I prefer the echo herb. See, advance. So that's one of the changes from this to the original version. So have you guys just guard. Nice. Just have you guard, attack, guard, and eventually dash will come in and help with these fights, but I'm gonna level up some of these jobs. Awesome. Oh, I love that auto battle edition. Or I love how they add that auto battle to this edition. That was not in the original DS version or the iOS version. I think the iOS version got an update, so maybe it's in there now, but that was not there when I first played this game, and it definitely speed things up. Alright, making our way further in the dungeon. I'm actually not getting that much encounter, so probably won't really have to do much editing. Had to do in that earlier dungeon because it was very, very annoying, but this episode's a lot shorter than I thought it would be. Nice, we got ourselves a Thundara spell. Yeah, in terms of job levels, I like to level them up, preferably when I don't have a guest character. That way you can you know like what you're gonna expect. That guy comes out at random, so kind of hard to predict. But we're still at some pretty good job levels. We are approaching this the end of this dungeon here, so left or right? I think this is a bit different than the oh no, it's still the same as the original. Got ourselves a bomb fragment, nice. Now this bomb fragment is I believe it's fire, kind of like our Antarctic wind is ice elemental. This is fire elemental, and those are level 2. They do have level 3s. I think that one's the bomb arm and the Arctic wind. Alright, let's see. Yeah, advance, attack, guard. Nice, look at that. Can actually one-shot. Have you guard. Well, Art can, not Lunith. After we get that next crystal, and we make our way to the next dungeon, we're actually gonna get some very good equipment with Lunith, and he'll be doing quite a bit of damage. In fact, pretty soon we'll get Luna doing 1,000. Alright, so I got that bomb fragment. And echo herbs. Continuing on with this dungeon. I almost felt like I was missing something, but maybe I just haven't gotten to it yet. Look at this. Back attacks. Yeah, silence on Ingus. Let's see, fronts, rear, and rear. Let's go ahead and fix our formation. Ouch. Yeah, let's make sure I work with these guys. Let me not try to drag this out, but after a back attack, not so much. I like to end things rather quickly now. Yeah, wow, look at that. Nice, Ingus. Lunith's job level was increased. Awesome. Where does that put us at now? 21, 22. I'm going up and heal. There we go. Echo herbs on Ingus. Now, if you're running low on those, and you're not really even using magic, you could just keep that status effect and cure it when you actually need to. Alright, making our way up. I believe there's... yeah, I should go this way first. Yeah, there goes a chest. Let's see, advance, attack, guard, and guard. Oh, very good damage from Arc. There it goes. I'm just gonna keep that status effect because once I get to the boss fight, I'll take that off. Awesome, Lunif and Arc gained a level. And so did Ingus. Rafia will level up next fight. She's a bit behind. Sonic Knuckles for your monk. But at this point, if you're like in your level 20 jobs, I don't think that would be of any use. Your regular attack would probably surpass that. In fact, I think his attack power goes up to every single job level, so yeah. Definitely want to make that your priority. Nice, got ourselves a Salaman sword. That is a fire elemental. Since we're not in the oceans, I'm gonna put that on since we don't need lightning elemental. Although I can't remember, I think Medusa is weak to lightning, so you're probably better off keeping that Salaman sword on. Or serpent sword, I meant. And there goes that flame mail that I told you about earlier. You can go ahead and pick up another one. Unfortunately, you can't even equip that, so oh, not much to worry about. I guess this is only for your warrior, although I think the red mage can equip this as well. Unfortunate that you can't pick it up, but Arc is doing just fine. Look at that, another back attack. And I didn't even fully heal. Oh my, this is not good. Fronts. Rafia might die here, but you're at full health. I don't need you to necessarily. Perfect. Alright, Rafia. It's time for you to skedaddle. Oh. Yeah, she died. Oh wow. I forgot, yeah, she has really good magic defense. Okay, we need to start reducing your numbers. You cast Cure and you... Come on, let's get Rafia healed up. Okay, this is nice. This helps us a bit. Hopefully they don't go before us. Of course he goes before us, but he didn't target Rafia. Lucky for us. Get that cure spell going, nice. I'm trying to think, let's see, Rafia gained a level, nice. I'm trying to think if I want to just put on that, just dual wield swords, because the axes are pretty nice, but you tend to get less hits out of them now, and my job level isn't necessarily the highest. Attack goes down by 8, but let's see just how much damage I do now that I have 2 swords. You tend to get more hits out of a sword anyway. Let's go ahead and kill that Echo Herbs. Okay, so we got those 2 chests. That might be it for chests here, I'm not entirely sure. Let me see. Advance with view, attack with view. Yeah, I want to check out how much damage it's doing, more or less. Let's have you guard as well. Nice, Arc is pretty much killing everything one shot. What is Lunif doing? See, you get more hits. I'm used to getting 4 or 5 hits. That was 6 hits right there. So I'm just gonna keep these 2 swords on. Let's see, you got ourselves a chest. I do believe this is the yeah, the next room is the boss fight. Still a bit of a shorter movie, and those fights were pretty quick paced, so I'm not gonna edit any of those out. That Zeus Wrath was a lightning elemental. I think that's Thundara, which very useful for this upcoming boss. In fact, this boss hits you with level 2 elemental spells, so I'm gonna have Lunif toss out some of these items that we got. And whenever you do something like this and you don't plan on attacking with Lunif, he's gonna be like kind of my secondary healer with potions and throwing out support spells. You can just go ahead and throw on these mithril shields, throw him in the back row, and he's gonna be tanking pretty well. His magic defense went up to 23, so he should be able to take spells. Now, if he hits that spell with Arc is screwed. But I think we should be fine. See, I'm gonna be leveling up some job levels definitely in between this part and the next part. Make sure everyone's fully healed. Yep, everybody's fully healed. Lunif's in the back row. Alright. Now these guys don't usually have like interesting steals, at least like this early on, so I, Medusa, will destroy this tower in the name of our Lord Zonde. Speaking of those Medusa arrows, you'd think you could use them on here, but you won't have access to the ranger, so I guess that arrow is specifically for the cloned enemy. Alright, so go ahead and I think this guy has like around 2000 HP, probably even a little more. This fight might take a little while, but I thought I organized this. Looks like I did it. Zeus Wrath, normally I would steal, but I don't think this guy has anything interesting to steal. Let's go ahead and start getting some attack in. Arrow, I guess, for some damage. Yeah, don't necessarily need a heal yet. And I do believe this guy is weak to lightning, so let's go ahead and hit him with thunder. Awesome. Actually want him to come in and help here. Ooh, nice. We're off to a really good start. Nice critical by Arc. Your physical attackers don't really do a lot of damage to this boss, so... Ooh, an arrow spell is pretty nice. So we're around like... Let's see... Nice. It's close to 1000 damage already. This match won't last long. Yep, he is definitely weak to lightning. So it's 1500. Awesome. Alright, so how many bomb arms do I have? Or bomb fragments? I don't have any bomb arms. Only have one. I think I'll actually save that. I don't really necessarily need that. Let's see. Potion on Arc. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Attack. Do I have another arrow spell? I don't. That sucks. Well, change of plans. Let's go ahead and actually use that bomb arm. Or bomb fragment. I don't know. I keep thinking that's a bomb arm. We don't get that so much later. Attack. I'll have you start curing. This is not going to last more than 2 turns. Let's see. We should be able to get him. If not this turn, the next turn. Let's just go ahead and heal up. Nice. Kira doing 200. We're getting pretty lucky. I'm pretty sure he can do level 2 elemental spells. But look at that. That is not a lot of damage. But that is. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think... I guess we'll just like guard with him. Just keep in mind, if you're using advance in boss fights, that actually lowers your defense, so... be careful with that. Certain bosses will absolutely destroy Luna if you do advance with that, so... Guess I could steal, because you're not really doing a whole lot of damage, but again, I don't think he has anything interesting to steal. He didn't really do a lot of damage there, so I'll save that Cura. Ran out of Thundara, so Thunder's the next best thing. We should have this guy up. Let's see. I don't think he'll survive this turn. Thunder's still doing decent damage. Oof. Very glad he hit Rafia with that since he had the highest magic defense. Hopefully that hits either Rafia or Lunaf, and I wish I had a cure spell going. Not just a cure. Alright, so if he goes first before me, I might be screwed, but let's see, I don't necessarily need to guard with you. Your defense is already pretty good. You should be able to take a spell. Lunaf and Rafia should be good. Potion, let me see. Potion on Rafia. Attack, because we want to get this guy out of here. Cura. And Thunder. Alright, let's see if this takes him out. It did not. Will you get that Cura spell? And we did. Awesome. And now he is definitely starting to spam these level 2 spells, but I think we should be good. When he distributes it, that's a lot less damage. Awesome. And he can inflict silence on you. I completely forgot about that, so just keep that in mind. Let's see. I ran out of Cure spells, so I'm gonna need you to step in and help with healing. I only have 2 more heals, so hopefully he dies soon. Alright, nice. More damage than you did last time. He's starting to get 8 hits in, which is actually pretty nice. And he's still alive. Yeah, Luna's not surviving that. Yeah, this guy has a lot more HP than I remember. I don't want to go about this. Phoenix down on you. Cure on everybody. I have a feeling I'm gonna finish this boss before I pick up Lunith, which that will actually set him back. Oh well. Nice, he used the Phoenix down first. Watch Medusa go. Oh, perfect. Still, Lunith is can't take much. Perfect. Just in time. Oof, that would have went really ugly if he survived that. Yeah, that guy had a lot more HP than I remember. 420 experience, nice. Should get a job level for everybody. I didn't get one for Ingus. Oh, odd. Got ourselves a high potion, which is nice. Those are pretty expensive. Don't get too close to the fire. I think it's going to blow up. I finally remember everything. Look at that. The guy's also a chosen one. Guess I slept a bit too long. So this wasn't just a random character. No, he actually serving his purpose. Damage is extensive, but it's not too late. Go inside and try to stabilize the tower. Oh no. There's interesting music that plays. Thank you for everything you've done for me, and it was fun to begin with you guys. Just know you're going to die if you go in there. This is my destiny. So there we have our next objective. And we're actually going to come up on some new jobs very soon once we complete all that stuff with the dwarves. Dish. No, we actually don't get as much jobs as we did with the other one. This next one is like 4 jobs, which they all have their uses. One of them will actually be, I will be changing this to one of them. The Maelstrom's weakening. Now, before there was a sort of Maelstrom that was preventing you from going north, but that's gone, so we can actually progress. Oh, that is such an amazing song. I love this Eternal Wind that plays whenever you're on the world map. Again, this game has such an underrated soundtrack. People definitely need to give this game more of a chance. I know this game is not gonna be for everyone, but man, this game is it's pretty good, pretty underrated. So is this song here that's playing. So yeah, let's see where we're at job levels, 22, 23. I'm probably gonna end up leveling up like 1 or 2 levels off screen. Cause I'm gonna get my job levels up to, I want Arch level to be, we do have 2 dungeons, so I'm gonna end up going through that dungeon as well. But before I talk about that second dungeon, I want it to be like 31, 32. Yeah, it's gonna cut it for here. On the next episode, we're gonna explore this dwarven cave. So yeah, catch you guys on the next one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.